Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of the day it is that you're listening to this. My name is Yvette Wanzu, and welcome back to the Walking with Wanzu podcast. How are you? How have you been? Has life been kind to you? It's been treating you good? Tough times? I'm sending you love and hugs nonetheless. Welcome back to the podcast. Enjoy listening. Hi guys, how are you? Well, I'm really excited because today is International Women's Day. And of course, you know that I was going to do an episode to talk about all things and all matters women. Now, this is something that I really enjoy and I'm passionate to talk about because, first of all, if it isn't obvious, I am a woman. I identify as one. And I just love, honestly, I love being a woman. If I would come back in another life, I would definitely still choose to be a babe because it's where it's at. It's awesome. It's amazing. And I like that we've set apart this special day to be able to celebrate women, what they mean to us, the role they play in society, and just appreciate the women in our lives. I think women are the backbone of society. If you don't agree, go and argue with yourself, okay? That's what we're saying here. I'm joking. However, I like that we have a space here at Walking with Wanzu where I get to talk about many experiences that I have in life, both good and bad, both some that I am going through, some that I have overcome and learned a number of things from. I just like to think of this as a cute little space where we come together to talk, to connect, and just learn from the lessons as I do life with you in it. Okay, so I thought to put together a compilation of 5 things I hope all women find at some point in their life's journey. Now, I feel like I am just getting into the thick of life, right? So I have been in my 20s. I've done a lot there. I even became a parent in my 20s, and now I recently just turned 30, and I'm just dipping my toes into 30, and I can't wait for what 30 has in store for me. But as we do that, I'm sure I can look back on a number of lessons and experiences that I have had and share a couple of them with you. So I hope you enjoy. Please sit back, relax, get your coffee, get your tea. Let's have a moment. Let's chat. So, one thing among the 5 things that I hope all women find in their lifetime is the courage to be our true selves and find our voice. Now, I know this is a lot. This is a lot. This is a whole mouthful. When I talk about the courage to be your true self, I think depending on where it is that you're born and raised and brought up, sometimes you might feel because of certain beliefs, certain structures, because people live life in a certain way, some women feel kind of restricted. It's like because of culture and everything else that is around them that dictates a certain kind of way that they're supposed to live, they don't feel free to show up as their true selves. I've had instances where people feel like they've had to water down their personality because they've been thought to be too loud, too expressive. But it is my hope and prayer that every woman at some point in her life finds the space and the room to be their true authentic selves and show up as just that and find their voice. Women have been spoken for so long. We have been told what to do with our bodies. We've been told how to behave, how to act, what is right, what is not. And it's just my prayer that even as we make small strides to be able to just make this world more accommodating and just kind and better for women, it truly is my prayer that every woman finds an environment where she can be her true, authentic self and where she can find her voice and speak for herself, speak about her values, speak about her opinions, and just live her best life as her true, authentic self. Another thing that I hope, among the 5 things, this is the second one, that I hope all women find is their beauty. This is so wide. If I was to unpack this, we would have a whole series. I feel like we would just dedicate a whole season to unpacking the concept of beauty and what goes on around. Now, we've all seen how the standard and the structures of beauty, especially in entertainment, is constantly changing. We could go into the conversation of hair. What kind of hair is considered beautiful? Is it kinky hair? Is it natural, like dreadlocked hair? Is it straight silky hair? Is it when we talk about people's complexion, which is such a touchy topic, right? Is there's a time when, or there are places where if you're not light skinned, then you're not considered beautiful as a woman. We could also talk about body size. There are all women of all shapes and sizes have had different experiences where they've felt they've been sidelined or treated differently because of how their bodies look like. But it is my prayer that every woman, as you go through your journey of self-discovery, and as you consistently just morph and turn into the woman that you envision for yourself and that you would like to be, that you truly find what beauty means for you, and that you do look deep down within and even outside, physically, how it is that you look, and love and appreciate yourself for who you are. I say this all the time and I say it a lot. And I remember even saying it to my daughter the other day. God doesn't make mistakes. He made you the way you are for a reason. As petite and beautiful as you are, as thick and curvy and just, the way you are, whether you're dark skinned, whether you're light skinned, you are beautiful in God, and made in the image and likeness of God. And as a believer, I strongly believe that God doesn't make mistakes. And so it is my prayer that every woman finds an environment or finds it in them to be able to appreciate their beauty, set their own standard of beauty, and appreciate themselves and love on themselves. Take care of the body that they've been given, because your body is a gift. It's the one thing that if you take care of, it rewards you. It gives you the ability to be able to carry out the different tasks that you have. It gives you a canvas that you can rest and you can experiment and that you can express yourself through by how you choose to dress it. I think once you find your beauty, it's like you find there's like a thing that you find as a woman once you identify what beauty is to you and define it for yourself. And it shows in your sense of style. It shows in how you put things together, how you show up for yourself. It shows in how you relate to people. There's even a place that you get to where people can just tell that your confidence is infectious because you have found your beauty and what it means to you and you've embraced it. And once you're able to do that for yourself and validate yourself, and even those around you who, love you and are with you most of the time validate that, it's a game changer. It really changes everything for you. Another thing that I hope women find is healing from trauma. Now, this is another one that I don't think we could, like, it would even take a lifetime to unpack it. Whether we are talking about trauma in terms of women dealing with various things like gender-based violence, whether we're speaking trauma about single parenting, it's a lot. Women carry so much, and it's because of, the nature of who women are. We are givers, right? We are givers, we are nurturers, we nurture. And I think the whole concept or the whole role of nurturing comes with a lot of giving of oneself, that so many times you when you constantly pour out on people around you and the many roles and responsibilities that you have, you could easily be depleted and not have enough to replenish yourself and to replenish your soul. When you've gone through certain experiences, but as a woman you feel that you just need to keep it pushing, you need to do what you need to do, you need to be strong, you can carry a lot of unresolved trauma. And it is my hope in life that in whatever stage of life a woman finds herself in, she's able to process, all the happenings in her life, both the good and the bad. And if there's healing that needs to be done based on trauma, I hope they truly do find healing. I think there are two very important days in one's life. One is the day that you find your purpose. Another very important day in people's lives is the day that you choose to heal. Because our upbringing, we are all being raised by human beings, right? And human beings make mistakes. So you'll find that for a lot of people, they have different kind of traumas that they're processing from their upbringing. And I think the best gift any woman could give to themselves is identify that and heal. That's the best gift you could ever give yourself. It'll allow you to show up in life lighter, better, being more present, and you'll even be a better person to the people around you. I don't know what it is about trauma. It can really put you in a dark place. And when you're not in a good space, then the people around you suffer. And no one wants to be around a bitter, angry, struggling person. But when you make a constant decision to just a conscious decision, right? To be able to heal and find your healing and find your, your true north, and just put in the work and do the work. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see. And so I hope every woman in her journey finds the grace and the ability to be able to heal from their past trauma. Another thing that I hope every woman finds, this is the fourth one, is purpose and joy. Life is beautiful. Life is so beautiful. And I know if you're listening to this and perhaps you're going through a hard time or things are not working out for you, this sentence probably sounds so corny, and you just want to reach out on the other end and just yank out my microphone. But I just want to tell you that even when times are hard and sometimes you feel like life is not going the way you would want, there's always something to be grateful for. For those 99 things going wrong, there's one thing going right. Let's celebrate that. So it is my prayer that every woman in her journey finds her purpose. What's that thing that you just feel, this is what I was put here to do, and this is what I can do and do it really, really well. I also hope women look around them and find the small, small joys that they can derive from life and be present to them and soak in them, share them, and just love on themselves. I hope every woman finds their purpose and they find joy in living in their purpose. I hope they find the joy also in living in their purpose, but they just find all around joy and happiness and good vibes that comes from life. Now, the fifth thing that I hope every woman finds is compassion and love for one another. Now, girls, if you're listening to this and there's a girl here or there's a woman here, we've been told there are times when women approach each other with catty energy and meanness, and it's like, if I'm struggling, then even you just struggle, so we can all struggle together. But no, I think there's enough success, there's enough love, there's enough peace, there's enough men, I dare say, to go around. And when it's your turn to receive the blessings, I'm telling you, the same way when it pours, it rains, and you feel like trouble is coming from all corner, blessings will locate you from all corner. And so I hope as women, even as we look around us and see women making a conscious effort and trying every day to do better and push the boundaries and break the glass ceilings, I hope that we look back, all of us as sisters and as women, and celebrate one another and relate with one another from a point of love and compassion. Because I know it might be clear to you or not, but when we look around us, people are really going through it, and it doesn't hurt anyone to be a bit compassionate, but also to show love. Now, I want to give you a bonus point, because there's no way I'm going to come here and talk about the things that I hope all women get or find in their life's journey, and forget to talk about sexual freedom. This is number 6, which is the least, but definitely not the last, but definitely not the least. Is that what they say? Is that what that saying is about? Anyway, so number 6 is, I hope every woman finds sexual freedom. Now, I don't know if you're listening to this, what your background looks like. But for me, my background made me feel like if I had sex outside the context of marriage, I was sinning. It felt wrong. It felt like I was just going to be walking one day and thunder will strike me, a good one. And also, as women, we've been taught to go into sex with a victim mentality, right? So you'll find us saying things like, they took my virginity, or they, and sometimes if it happens in a form of abuse, that's 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 just terribly unfortunate. And I truly, truly, from the bottom of my heart, empathize. But when you're there, you're just a babe, you don't want to take responsibility for your sexual health. Look at what contraception means for you. Have genuine conversations with the partners that you're getting intimate with on that level. As a woman, also don't just be sitting there and be open to your body being used to get for other people to get pleasure. Even you prioritize what pleasure means to you. And when you're having a sexual experience, enjoy it, make it wholesome. So when you look back, you don't feel like you are being used. When you look back, you don't feel like that was such a complete waste of my time. Like that is an hour of my life that I can never get back. It's my prayer that women find sexual freedom. They win out the shame and the judgment that comes with women actively enjoying and working on their sex lives. I hope this really resonated with you as much as it resonated with me. I just want to pause for a moment and celebrate all the women that I know. My heart specifically goes out this Mother's Day to single moms. I was having a conversation with a friend and they were telling me how they just feel like single moms are such strong individuals. And so when you're listening to this, this is that moment where we get to pause and celebrate you and tell you that you're doing a good job, and that even through the struggles, even when you don't know what the next step looks like, we celebrate the fact that women constantly keep pushing and they fight for themselves, and they also fight for the lives of their children. I want to say that it's not the same. The world wouldn't be the same without these special people in our lives that we call women. So for all the mothers, for all the sisters, the grandmothers, the bosses, we see you, we love you, we appreciate you. Happy International Women's Day. More love, more power to you. It can only get better. Blessings and hugs. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode and being part of my journey. I would love to hear from you. Find me on Instagram at Yvette Wanzu. Find me on Gmail at tewanzu@gmail.com. Feel free to write to me so that we can interact and get to know each other a little bit better. Thank you so much for being part of my journey and for walking with me and doing this thing called life with me. See, we just do life together. Amma, have a good one. Sending you love and light, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.